Good afternoon, everyone, or good morning, good evening, depending on where you're calling in from. Thank you for joining me today. My name is Callum Fitzpatrick. I'm a pre-sales solution consultant at Aforza, and welcome to Aforza's first of many micro webinar series, which are going to be real short, sharp, digestible webinars with solution demonstrations. And the first today is going to be on guaranteeing promotion compliance. So really empowering your field sales team to capture proof of performance in real time. Now, to those of you who have not come across Aforza yet, we were really created to give our customers complete margin control across every channel. So we help you bring your brands to your consumers through the direct and the indirect channel. Now, really underpinning the Aforza platform is our segmentation engine, and this allows you to essentially put your customers into buckets based on attributes like, is it a wholesaler? Is it a retailer? Is it a cafe or a restaurant? Is there a competitive present? Now, based on those attributes, you can then align your specific tasks, your products, your promotions and prices to execute perfectly. Now, from an indirect perspective, we can help you make sure that your distributors have the latest digital assets, the right budgets and funds for promotion and pricing that's being executed on your behalf. Now on the bottom, we can see one of our customers, AG Bar, actually executing a visit, doing a stock audit, making sure that everything is executed correctly in the store. We've got Distel there completing a perfectly priced, completely offline order in the field with promotions and specific pricing policies applied. And then we've got Transmed, who are actually doing a proof of compliance check for a promotion, which is what we're going to be seeing today. Now, Aforza's value really comes from the ability to plan and execute on every channel, making sure that the right pricing, the right promotions are executed offline in the field. For a key account manager, for one of your large retail chains, through telesales, through B2B commerce, we make sure the right pricing, the right promotions and discounts are available to every customer on every channel at the same time. We help our customers detail their brands effectively, do offline orders, execute penny perfect promotions, and then take real-time action on changes and insights that are happening in the field. Now, from a mobile and platform perspective, we're built on Salesforce and the Google Cloud platform. We use Google Cloud typically for the larger number crunching capabilities that we need around, pricing, advanced promotions, segmentation. And then from a mobile perspective, we're built for iOS and Android, which you'll see in the demonstration today. So downloadable on the App Store for your reps to start using immediately. Essentially, we've built a specific consumer goods platform for an industry that's been crying out desperately for far too long. Because this industry is so underserved in terms of technology, there are millions and millions of trade investment dollars at risk today. From an execution perspective, field reps are swimming in digital content. A lot of the images from proof of performance are tied up in platforms that are, not organized correctly. They're unreliable. They're not scalable, like WhatsApp, which is great for sharing, an image to your family, to your children, to your wife, your husband, around what you were doing, a barbecue or something. But for business compliance, when you've got millions of dollars tied to these images, it's not acceptable to have it flying in through WhatsApp, through email, on Excel. Let's just take a moment there. There are millions of dollars worth of investment tied up in proof of performance images that are sat on unsecure platforms right now. It's a disaster waiting to happen, and it kind of already is happening. And we know today that consumer goods companies are spending up to 20% of their revenue on promotional activities today. Now, when 60% of these promotions are not executed correctly, this leads to a really, quite a scary statistic. 70% of promotions today are completely unprofitable. It's a crazy number. Now, if we take a $100 million revenue company today and we say they're spending 20% of revenue on promotions, about 20 million, 60% of these are not being executed correctly, meaning that 70% are unprofitable, means 14 million each year is effectively being poured down the drain on promotional performance. Now, on top of this, unfortunately, everyone on this call knows that the consumer goods industry has been hit the hardest by margin pressures, around a 5.5% impact, more than any other industry. Your margins are eroding. Now, when you're, adding to this lack of promotion compliance, poor product placement, having no visibility into your point of sales, and then issues with fraud and traceability, it seems insane. And yet we do the same thing every quarter, every year. The same investments happen. You have an opportunity to help your company, to improve your margins, to make sure that your promotions today are being executed correctly. And to do that, you need Aforza. We help you guarantee promotion compliance in 3 steps. The first is alignment. Prioritize your customers and make sure that the right tasks are being executed for the right accounts. The customers that are high value to you, that have promotions running, that need to be visited, and merchandise compliance checks need to happen. The second point is to execute. Make sure that those tasks are being executed with photo-backed proof of performance. Making sure that your team, when they capture those images, they're geotagged with their longitude and latitude and watermarked for proof of compliance. Then you need to improve. Understand what's happening, take action. And this is a continuous cycle. You align, you execute that strategy in the field, and then you improve. You understand what's happening. You take action from the data being gathered in the field, and data will change. You need a platform like Aforza that helps you align, execute, and improve, but gives you the opportunity to tailor your strategy and execute it correctly throughout the process. Things change all the time. And I think, we're good for time. I think it's best if we jump into a demonstration so I can actually show you how Aforza guarantees promotion compliance. And I'm going to do this from Lily's perspective. Now, Lily's a merchandiser. She's going to be using the Aforza mobile application, and Lily's going to start her day with a prioritized set of visits. She's going to check in with geofencing, with her location captured, and execute the correct tasks for this particular customer. Specifically, she's going to carry out a promotion audit, spoiler alert, of a non-compliant promotion, a non-compliant fridge. This will be an agreement that Lily's company has with the account that she's visiting, that their products and promotion need to be displayed in a certain way, and it's not going to be compliant. So Lily's going to capture that image, and that audit and that image is going to be picked up by the compliance manager, who views the watermarks and makes sure that the claims, when they come in the future, perhaps it's next month, next quarter, are denied, and he or she will have that evidence to hand that Lily visited on this date, on this location, and confirmed that the promotion wasn't compliant. Now, it's all well and good by denying the claims and making sure that potential revenue is not leaking out from a cash flow perspective, but we want to make sure that these promotions are performing and executed correctly. So a new task is automatically scheduled for Lily to visit again and to help this customer get this promotion compliant, to make sure that the products are displayed correctly, the display is set up, and the signs, the point of sale material is all there, and to make sure that the relationship with this account is as good as it can be for future investment, so you can work and win together. So let's jump into Lily's perspective in the field on the tablet. So I'm now logged in as Lily. On my homepage, which is completely configurable to me, I can see a message from HQ saying to use Aforza Studio to make sure that the newest products are detailed to perfection. I can easily click into the latest digital assets. I could even register some sick leave directly from this page. But right now I can see that I've got some visits that I need to do. So I click into the visit page and see my prioritized list of customers that I'm visiting today. I'm starting off with Fresh Start Supermarket. And when I click into this visit, I can see that there's another message from HQ, some brand guidelines on how we need to present our products using Aforza Studio to view the best practice planograms. Once I check in, my location is captured, my longitude and latitude coordinates, and stored against the visit, as well as a timer starting. When I scroll down, I'm going to click on the planogram button to be taken straight into Studio so I can see exactly how this promotion should be displayed within this store. By easily viewing the latest planogram, I can see exactly how our drinks products should be displayed at eye level with the special signs attached below those specific products in our fridge. So I'm confident as I walk around the store that I'll see this promotion on display and perhaps even restock some products if they're not in place. Upon arriving at the fridge, I can see that last time I was here, it was available, the point of sales material was on display, and this promotion was fully compliant. But this time it's missing. There's no point of sales material, all of our products are missing, and this promotion is not compliant at all. There are pizzas on display where our promotion should be. This is completely unacceptable and goes against our agreement. So this customer should not be able to submit a claim to say that this promotion was running for this period. Now, Lily can easily capture the image and attach this to the audit that she's just completed. All of those fields that are missing, that it's not compliant, that price tags were not available are added, and that promotion compliance check is completed really quickly. Now, Lily wants to send this information straight to HQ, so she quickly ends her visit and completes a full sync to send up that information so her team can plan the next best action. Back up at HQ, as a compliance manager, I'm logged into Aforza Studio where I can see all of those latest digital assets that the field team are currently using in the field. There's a promotional fridge display, perhaps a floor plan for the specific supermarkets to their visit, as well as the latest digital assets around promotions, planograms, and different brochures. I can also see in the folders that there's augmented reality 3D presentations that my team can use to detail the products in the best way. If I go into the saved searches, I can see all of the images that have come in where promotions are non-compliant, and I can see that image that Lily has just uploaded from the field. So if I click into Lily's image, I can see the image has been automatically watermarked with the account name, the task, which was promotion compliance, the date, and the location, her longitude and latitude. I can also see in the description the data from the promotion compliance check has been automatically pulled through into Aforza Studio, so we can see that the status is missing. Now, with this information, tags have been automatically added to the image to show that this promotion is not compliant and a new visit is needed. Now, because these tags have been added, we can then drive a workflow from here where a new visit is automatically created for Lily in the next couple of days. So if I come into Aforza Visit Planning, I can see the agenda for all of the field merchandising teams that are currently visiting our customers. Now tomorrow, we can see that Lily has a visit to Fresh Supermarket that's been automatically added. Because this visit has been scheduled from an outcome captured in the field automatically, we can see the task here is just to ensure that there's promotion compliance for this particular account. I can also see that there's a recommended task for a competitor intelligence audit, so I easily add that to Lily's visit so she can capture that intelligence in the field. Now we've seen how deeply connected the platform is in terms of capturing information in the field, having images automatically tagged, and triggering future actions. But what does this mean from an analytics perspective? With all of the information being captured across every channel and every user within Aforza, insights and analytics can be run on anything within the platform. We could see a visits and activities dashboard, looking at visibility into field performance, who's doing what, which accounts are being visited. We can see Lily is absolutely smashing it out of the park with over 1,000 visits being completed. We can go down to the orders from our visits by account, what type of visit it was, and what type of tasks we're actually doing in the field. So from an aligning perspective, we can see who is being visited and who is not. From an execution perspective, we can see our promotion performance. We can see the ROI, our spend to budget, How can we monitor the promotion performance, the spend, and the profitability? We can see if our promotions, our brand activations, our fridge displays are actually driving incremental sales. And we can see our top performing accounts, so we can prioritize which accounts we need to visit next week or next month as we improve upon what we've captured within the field. With your visits and promotions under control, you can start looking at maintaining profit margin whilst inflation and costs are rising, identifying your most profitable customers, looking at your profitability by month, your spend on marketing, and your forecast versus actual sales volumes if you're serving your customers indirectly. There is a whole wealth of information that's captured on the Aforza platform. With analytics, you can drive the right actions to make sure that you're visiting the right customers and helping those that are underperforming. At Aforza, we really pride ourselves on the ability to report and analyze any information that your team are capturing. So if you're interested in some of the KPIs that we have, we've actually created a KPI index, which shows just some of the reports and dashboards that are available when our customers start using Aforza. But in the sake of time, let's stop this demonstration now and take a look at the business impacts that this kind of functionality can have for your business. Let's just recap on what we saw in just a few minutes, because this is incredibly powerful. We saw Lily, a merchandiser, from her perspective, she came to her customer and she checked in, she saw a prioritized list of tasks that she needed to complete on a really nice UI, a consumer grade user interface, something you'd expect to download on the App Store and enjoy using. She then carried out a promotion audit of a non-compliant fridge. For her, super easy. She added an image, she updated some of the information around the promotion, and then she was done. She finished her visit and she was on to the next high-value customer, completing and capturing super important information for her team back at HQ to check. Now, Lily went off. She did some fantastic merchandising for the rest of the day. We didn't see that. We've only got a few minutes. It's a micro webinar. That audit and that image was picked up by a compliance manager. So just on those actions that Lily did in the field really easily, in a really user-friendly way, has triggered some really important data points that her team can now use for future conversations and actually to drive the next best practice, really improving upon what they're seeing in the field. So that future claim that's inevitably going to come in with that promotional deal, perhaps it's a specific amount of money per volume sold when they're running that promotion, that will be denied for this week because the promotion was not compliant. So we've protected margins there. We've protected those costs, that promotional investment, but at the same time, a set of tasks on a visit was automatically created for the next few days for Lily to go back to check that it's compliant now, but also to help that customer present the promotions, present her products, which obviously she's the expert in the best way in those fridges. She's a star merchandiser for a reason. And that was all done automatically, and that was all done in just a few minutes. Incredibly powerful stuff. Now, when you've got hundreds or thousands or 10 to 20 merchandisers, it'll vary, depending the size of your company. What are the kind of business impacts that you can see? And really, Aforza helps strike the balance for optimum profits on all your earnings before interest and tax. Now, Aforza customers, people that use this solution specifically, improve their earnings before interest and tax margin by 3 to 5% in under a year. And there's kind of two ways that you need to grow your operating profits. One of them is to grow your revenues. So that's prioritizing your high value customers, expanding into new categories, making sure that your promotions are executed correctly. At the same time, and this is why there's a visual of a scale here, you need to control your operating costs, increasing the productivity, making sure people like Lily there are visiting the right accounts at the right time, doing tasks in the most efficient way possible, preventing unnecessary discounts. If that promotion is not executed correctly, it's, as we said at the beginning, it's money being poured down the drain, and she ensures promotion compliance. Now, when these two, growing revenues and controlling costs, are in balance, this is when our customers are seeing 5% increase in their operating profits before tax and interest. Incredibly powerful. And to one of our customers like Brewdog, they saw in less than 2 quarters an increase in sales of 250%. And they did that by using Aforza to prioritize their customers. They aligned. They then executed. They kept track of their team in real time, and then they improved. They understood what happened and take action. From the information they gathered in the field, the next time they visited, they were armed with the latest information, the latest assets. They knew exactly what to do when they got to that store. They had that prioritized list of tasks and they executed perfectly, and they compounded. And in just 2 quarters, in just about 6 months of using Aforza, they had an increase in sales of 250%. And you can see Jerry Shedden, he's the head of on-trade at Brewdog. You can see a quote there of recording that 250% plus improvement from Q1 to Q2. Now, if you would like to get your hands on the solution yourself, please take a tour now. This is a guided tour of the solution where you can access it via mobile or via computer. You can scan the code here. I'll leave this slide up for a second. And really, it walks you through how you capture proof of compliance, how you capture those watermarked images, quickly discover the latest assets, from that digital briefcase from Aforza Studio, and easily detail the correct promotions. Now, thank you very much for joining us today. I can see as we've been hosting this webinar that a few questions have been coming in from the field. So if I just open these up and see some of the questions. The first one here, we've got, as an existing Aforza customer, can I start using Studio now? Absolutely, yes you can. Aforza Studio, which is used, as you saw today, to watermark the images, capture those non-compliant or compliant images and have the latest assets. That's fully available and fully integrated with your Aforza platform already. So simply get in touch with myself. Please drop me a message, but we'll get in touch straight away after this, and we can talk about that in a bit more detail for your specific use case. So we've got another question here. How flexible is the application in terms of checking promotion compliance? Can I capture different information to ones shown in the demo? So I assume you mean the Aforza field application here. It's extremely flexible. Any information point, which is naturally going to be unique to you, can be captured during that compliance check. So we saw where the location was, if it was compliant. Perhaps you want to capture image of what products are displayed within that account or which competitors are present. These kind of things are highly configurable to your use case, and your field reps can simply just capture that information in the field. Naturally, all of our customers operate slightly differently in terms of their field teams and have very different types of audits and checks that need to complete. And Aforza is fully flexible to meet those needs. Another question is, can I use Aforza Studio without using Aforza Field? Absolutely, you can as well. If you need just the latest digital assets for your team and a place to store all of your compliance images, of course, Aforza Studio can be completely standalone without Aforza Field. Good question there. And that actually links to the next question, which is what is the next micro webinar about? And that's actually detailing brands with consistency and ease. And it's going to be the same format as today. Describing what is brand detailing, which, sharing the right brand content across the different channels, helping ensure that brand information and content are following best practices, so they're guaranteed by the field users to be presenting the perfect presentations to your specific customers, again, using Aforza's powerful segmentation engine. And we'll follow the same structure as today. Really short, really sharp. We'll start with the challenge to the industry and how hard it is today. The solution, we get to see a nice demonstration, seeing Aforza and Studio in action, and then the business impact. So that next one will be in a couple of weeks, and to everyone today, we'll send out another invite if you're interested. You can hear me talk about the business impacts and the challenges, the solutions, but I'd love to see you there. Now, I can see there's a few more questions. But I promised this would be short and sharp. So for all of those extra questions that we can see, I'll get in touch with you straight away and answer those directly. Thank you everyone for your time. Have a fantastic rest of the day and see you very soon. Bye-bye.